Unemployment is in the double digits, and underemployment is high. Women, racialized Canadians, and young people have borne the brunt of job losses. Canadians need good jobs that they can rely on. To help make that happen, the government will launch a campaign to create over 1 million jobs, restoring employment to previous levels. This will be done by using a range of tools, including direct investments in the social sector and infrastructure, immediate training to quickly skill up workers, and incentives for employers to hire and retain workers. One way the government will create these jobs is by extending the Canada Emergency Wage Subsidy right through the next summer. We have long understood that Canada cannot succeed if half the population is held back. Canadians need more accessible, affordable, inclusive, and high-quality childcare. Recognizing the urgency of this challenge, the government will make a significant, long-term, sustained investment to create a Canada-wide early learning and childcare system growth. The government will also identify additional ways to tax extreme wealth inequality, including by concluding work to limit the stock option deduction for wealthy individuals at large, established corporations, and addressing corporate tax avoidance by digital giants. Many Canadians who had drug plans through work lost this coverage when they were laid off because of the pandemic. So this is exactly the right moment to ramp up efforts to address that. The government remains committed to a national universal pharmacare program and will accelerate steps to achieve this system. The government will also work to introduce free, automatic tax filing for simple returns to ensure citizens receive the benefits they need.
Elders deserve to be safe, respected, and live in dignity. Although long-term care falls under provincial and territorial jurisdiction, the federal government will take any action it can to support seniors while working alongside the provinces and territories. The government will work with Parliament on criminal code amendments to explicitly penalize those who neglect seniors under their care, putting them in danger. The government will also work with the provinces and territories to set new national standards for long-term care so that seniors get the best support possible. The government will also take additional action to help people stay in their homes longer.
It is unacceptable that any citizen be arbitrarily detained. Michael Kovrig and Michael Spaver must be brought home. This is something for which all Canadians stand united.
Canadians also know that climate change threatens our health, way of life, and planet. They want climate action now, and that is what the government will continue to deliver. The government will immediately bring forward a plan to exceed Canada's 2030 climate goal. The government will also legislate Canada's goal of net zero emissions by 2050. The government pledged to address systemic racism and committed to do so in a way informed by the lived experiences of racialized communities and Indigenous peoples.
In economic empowerment through the Black Entrepreneurship Program, while working to close the gaps in services for Indigenous communities. Important steps were taken with the release of Canada's anti-racism strategy for 2019 to 2022. The creation of an anti-racism secretariat, and the appointment of the first ever minister focused specifically on diversity and inclusion. This is all good, but much more needs to be done for permanent, transformative change to take place. The government will redouble its effort by taking action on online hate, going further on economic empowerment for specific communities, and increasing diversity on procurement.